You're muted, Randy.
Still muted.
Thank you again, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and above all, Victoria. This speech was inspirational, and that was by design, because first thing I did was I asked Victoria what was the objective of her speech, and she said to do something inspirational. That was her goal. So I would like to talk about what worked especially well in her speech, maybe make one or two suggestions, and finish it up with the thing that really wowed me and a challenge. Right from the beginning, it was clear Victoria had utter confidence. There was not a moment of hesitation. She was enthused about the subject matter. She did not feel the need to hem or haw or That made me feel inspired, regardless of what the subject was. She could have been talking about cargo pants, and it would have been exciting. I also love the title, What is Your Everest? It doesn't tell us too much, but it engages our attention. It was not a title like 5 Ways That Toastmasters is Like Mountain Climbing. That's a title that tells you too much to make it interesting. Fundamentally, the concept of the speech was wonderful, comparing mountain climbing to Toastmasters, starting off with the piece of paper as you get, which seemed kind of trivial, and then it led to, 5 camps, 5 levels, and then a whole lot of other lessons culminating in once you've summited one path, or is it one peak, you can do more. Now, I would suggest that your speech reached many summits of its own, but you marched on to the next camp without giving us a moment to pause and breathe in the glory. So if there were a few more pauses after you made a point or made one of your brilliant observations, it may not seem natural to you to pause because, of course, you've tried the speech a couple different times. You know what it says, but the rest of us don't. I would suggest then put pauses in every time you say something that you really want us to think about. Then we'll have time to think about it. The ultimate wow for me in this speech, one thing I really liked was visually going back from mountains to Toastmasters, Toastmasters to mountain. We're all used to having images on a screen behind us, face to face. Somehow on Zoom, these images are more intimately related to ourselves. It replaces our face. Even though you're off to the side, the image is your face. I would challenge you to tighten the connection between the mountains and the Toastmasters paths. Maybe use a fade in instead of just flicking from one to the other. Maybe combine the images. Everest is a path with 5 camps. Toastmaster paths have 5 levels. You can imagine some image that combined those two and just faded between the different levels. I feel you've got a super speech concept here and utter confidence in delivering it. And I look forward to seeing it again. I hope you won't just put it on the shelf and neglect it. Thank you for the speech, Victoria. And thank you, Madam, Mr. General Evaluator.